Hello. My son got me this Yukon workbench from Harbor Freight for Christmas. I've been working with it for a while now, and there's a lot of complaints about it. And I tried to address some of those to make this a better workbench. So there are four main changes I made. The first change was the screws that are provided with the workbench aren't very good. So I replaced all the little 3/4 inch screws with actual 1.5 inch wood screws. And then anywhere where wood met wood, like here in these corners, I sanded it down to get rid of the varnish, and then added wood glue to make sure that it wasn't going to hold, and it seems to be doing well. The second change I made was here. The feet aren't very good on it. So I went on Amazon and I bought 4 of these. These are really handy, and they allow me to set the height of the workbench to wherever I want it to be, and it stabilizes it greatly. The third change that I made to it is to keep it from racking. It's here. Just take a board. I used a 2x4 that I split in half, screwed it to the legs, there, and of course you got to miter the cut, and that reduced the amount of rack to nothing. I was planning on this for probably an hour, just testing it out, just practicing, and it didn't move. The other complaint, and this is a design flaw in the workbench in general, these dog holes go all the way through. The problem you have is there's drawers there, and they don't provide a top. So your dust will fly right into your drawers. So I just cut out of some beadboard the cover, attached it with some magnets there, and washers in the front, here, there, and there, on some rails. There it is. And so then basically just cover it. Easier if this was hand free. Slip it back in, and I just did the cheapo duct tape handle, but it works just fine. So when I get done, all I gotta do, pull out the drawer, vacuum the top of it off. Nothing. Bottom drawer is in pretty good shape. The thing I did notice about this is, if you get this drawer, there was a lot of complaints about the slides that they use on the drawer slides. And they must have upgraded, because these are pretty decent ball bearing slides. They don't have to hold a lot of weight, but they're smooth. They keep it in place. Even when the floor wasn't level, it didn't fly open a lot and rock a lot, so it's a pretty decent drawer slide. It's a center mount, not a bottom mount. It's a good thing. Overall, the only complaint that I have currently about this bench, and it's legit, is the vise. The vise is rather loose, but I'm going to see if maybe adding some washers here can actually help tighten that up and keep it from moving so much. But when you use it to clamp down, and it comes with some anvil clamps, but when you use it to clamp it down and you put it against the bench dogs, it will have a tendency of dropping this piece down, so your work's not completely flat. But for the most part, the workbench is now really good. It's stable for an assembly table. I've got very little problems with it, with the exception of the clamp, and it works good. So, yeah, good enough. The other thing that I'd like to mention is bench dogs versus T-tracks, real quick. These little bench dog clamps that we made work really good in certain areas, so it can help. All right.